to certify to arhatship, there's several ways to do it, but the main is based on the Four Noble Truths. Noble Truth is the truth. That is absolute. They're absolute facts, absolute truth. It's not open for discussion. And so don't waste time discussing. Don't waste time trying to convince others. This is simply the truth. You disagree with it, fine. But eventually, when you become an arhat, you see it. These are absolutely factual. These are the truth of our world. The truth of suffering, the truth of accumulation, the truth of extinction, and the truth of the way. This is very, very Buddhist. The truth of suffering is that universal. We all suffer. That's the nature of our environment. Where we live, we suffer. And this suffering here, second truth is, it has multi-facets, multi-layers. It accumulates, it piles up. So if you keep on revolving the wheel, the suffering here keeps on piling up to the point where you cannot. You become so disoriented. You don't know where to begin, how to undo the suffering. So all of us learn to accept suffering as a fact of life. We don't dare look at it anymore. Whereas the Buddha says, this suffering here, you don't have to accept it. You can get rid of it permanently. You, this very lifetime, all of you, bar none, including Catholics. You don't have to be Buddhist. It has nothing to do with Buddhism. You, all of you, can attain a state, it's called extinction, where all suffering ceases. And the only thing that's left while you're still alive is bliss, is permanent bliss. You're so-called happy naturally. This is very, very revolutionary, if you will, when the first time that the Buddha talked about it. And this is the truth because it still is the case today. It is the case 3,000 years ago, still the case in 3 million years later in this world, in Sahara world. All of us can certify that the extinction or this permanent bliss that the arhats experience. So their superior wisdom enabled them to put an end to the suffering. Whereas we are confused, therefore we don't know how to put an end to our suffering. That's why it's called stupidity. We're stupid because we somehow manage to convince ourselves that suffering is normal, whereas the arhat is not as stupid as we are. The arhat, meaning fourth-stage arhat, they feel that suffering is nonsense, and they manage to put an end to all of that by there's something called a way of practice, a pathway that will bring you to the level of extinction. This is very important because, again, anyone can do this. This lifetime is a way to do it.
Emituofo, 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 Emituofo.